You love supercars. I love supercars. But here's the problem. Your wallet says Civic, not Lumbo. Well, buckle up, because today, we're looking at 5 real supercars that look like $1,000,000, but you can actually afford them. And trust me, these aren't just pretty faces. They're performance monsters that can embarrass cars worth 3 times more. Welcome to Luxury Car Drive, where we dive into exotic rides without the billionaire price tag. Ready? Let's go. Keycap 1. The Nissan GTR, the affordable Godzilla that we're starting strong in Japan, with the legend they call Godzilla. Yep, the Nissan R35 GTR. When the R32 Skyline first hit the track, it dominated so hard that it literally got banned in Australia for being too fast. That's how it earned its nickname, Godzilla, the monster of motorsport. Fast forward to the modern R35, and you've got a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6, hand-built, pushing out 480 horsepower to all 4 wheels. Launch it right, and boom, 0 to 60 in just around 3 seconds flat. And the crazy part, these things are built for punishment. They don't just perform, they survive daily driving without breaking a sweat. Want more power? Easy. Throw in some E85, bigger turbos, full bolt-ons. You're looking at 700-plus horsepower for under $50,000 if you play your cards right. Used R35s are now dipping into the $40,000 range, which is supercar speed on a sports car budget. And yes, it'll make you look like you just left Tokyo Drift. Is it a true supercar or a supercar killer? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear it. Keycap 2. Lamborghini Gallardo, the baby bull with a bite. Next stop, Italy, home of espresso, fashion, and the Lamborghini Gallardo. They called it the baby Lumbo, but don't get it twisted. This thing bites hard and it's powered by a 5.0-liter V10 with 500 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, and it'll scream through a quarter mile at over 120 mph back in the 2000s. That was Ferrari destroying territory. Design, chef's kiss, low, wide, sharp lines that scream supercar from every angle. And it was built during Lamborghini's Audi era, meaning it shares DNA with the Audi R8. Same chassis, same V10 bloodline, but louder, rawer, and definitely angrier. Best part, you can find early Gallardos for under $60,000 today. That's literally Civic Type R money for a Lamborghini. Sure, maintenance can get spicy. Clutch replacements and e-gear service will chew your wallet. But get a gated manual, and that V10 howl will make you forget all about the bills. The Gallardo gives you the full Lamborghini experience. Looks, sound, and prestige, without the 7-figure pain. Keycap 3. Audi R8, the Ironman supercar. From Italy to Germany, meet the Audi R8, the car that made Tony Stark look cooler than his suit. Built on the Gallardo's platform, it's basically a refined, German-engineered version of the Lumbo. Early models came with a 4.2-liter V8, making 420 horsepower, while later versions packed a V10 with 525-plus horses. And that sound, absolute music. But the real magic is the gated 6-speed manual. Each click through that metal gate is pure mechanical satisfaction, something modern paddle shift cars just can't replicate. 0 to 60, 3.7 seconds. Quarter mile, low 11s. Looks timeless. And if you want one, used R8s are now under $50K. Yes, you can literally drive Tony Stark's car for the price of a used pickup truck. Maintenance isn't cheap, but compared to Ferraris or Lumbos, it's a bargain. This is the car that screams, I made it, even if your bank account whispers, barely. Keycap 4. Ferrari 360 Modena, the affordable prancing horse. Okay, we can't talk supercars without the Italian king, Ferrari. The 360 Modena is the car that dragged Ferrari into the modern age. Launched in the early 2000s, it ditched the sharp 355 edges for smooth curves and a lighter aluminum chassis. Under that glass engine cover is a 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V8 revving to 8,500 revolutions per minute, making 400 horsepower. The sound alone? Worth every penny. That is the kind of scream that makes tunnels cry tears of joy. And with a 0 to 60 time of about 4 seconds and a top speed over 180 miles per hour, the 360 still holds its own today. Sure, upkeep isn't for the faint of heart. Belt services, wiring quirks, the usual Ferrari drama. But compared to older models, this one's surprisingly manageable. And get this, clean examples are going for $60,000 to $90K. That's still exotic money, but for a real Ferrari badge and that intoxicating soundtrack, totally worth it. This is pure analog bliss. No turbos, no fake sound. Just you, a gated manual, and an engine that begs to be redlined. Keycap 5. Porsche 911 Turbo 997, the stealth supercar slayer. Finally, Back to Germany for one of the most underrated supercars ever, the Porsche 911 Turbo, the 997 generation. People call it the dentist Porsche, but this thing will destroy almost anything on the road. It packs a 3.6-liter twin-turbo flat-six engine, the legendary Mesger motor, making 480 horsepower and 460 lb-ft of torque. 0 to 60, just 3.4 seconds. That's as quick as a Ferrari Enzo. And here's the secret. The Mesger block can handle 700-plus horsepower on stock internals. Tuned builds can hit 1,000 horsepower and blast over 230 mph, yet it's still a daily driver. Comfy, reliable, practical, with rear seats and all-wheel drive. Used prices are falling fast. You can find solid 997 turbos in the $40,000 to $50,000 ranged. That's supercar performance, stealth design, and everyday comfort. All in one. It's the ultimate stealth wealth machine, subtle enough for the grocery run, savage enough to humiliate exotics. So there you have it. 5 affordable supercars that make you look rich and drive faster than your accountant thinks you can afford. From the high-tech Nissan GTR to the Italian flair of the Gallardo and Ferrari 360 to the Audi R8 and the sleeper Porsche 911 Turbo. These are the rides that prove you don't need to be a billionaire to live the dream. But if you love this list, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next drop. This is Luxury Car Drive, where performance meets passion without breaking the bank. See you next video. Drive smart, drive fast, and stay luxurious.